Hey everyone, and welcome back. If you're feeling a little worn down by nonstop social media headlines, this week's update is actually a breath of fresh air. Nothing broke, nothing exploded, and there's no emergency pivots required. Instead, this past week, January 12th through the 18th, was about clarification, refinement, and some quiet signals about where platforms are heading next. So in this video, I'll be walking you through what changed, what it means, and what you can safely stop worrying about. First, let's start with Instagram, an important clarification. Instagram confirmed that there was no data breach over the weekend. That matters because rumors tend to travel faster than facts, especially when people notice glitches, logouts, or weird behavior in their accounts. This was one of the moments where pausing before panic really paid off. At the same time, Instagram expanded access to its Your algorithm controls. All English-speaking users globally can now see more clearly how their feed is shaped and why certain content appears. And I want to be really clear here. This isn't about gaming the algorithm. It's about removing the guesswork. When you understand how content is prioritized, you stop chasing shadows and start making more intentional choices. There were also some small but meaningful creator updates inside edits. You can now add clickable links, overlays directly to your reels, linking to another reel, your profile, or reference public content. This makes it much easier for viewers to follow context without digging through their captions. It's not flashy, it's practical, and those are usually updates that actually improve how content performs in the real world. Over on X, formerly Twitter, the platform rolled out a new priority tab within the notifications. This signals a stronger push towards curated attention instead of treating all interactions equally. X is highlighting replies and mentions it considers the most relevant now. The goal appears to be reducing noise and helping users focus on high-value interactions. That said, this also adds another layer of filtering. Whether this improves visibility or limits, it will depend on how users engage over time. If X is part of your ecosystem, this is worth keeping an eye on, especially when it comes to response timing and engagement patterns. TikTok continued to mature its business side this week. The platform expanded its marketing partners program, adding a new channel sales partner element. In plain terms, TikTok is building stronger bridges between advertisers and platform expertise. This points to a shift away from trial and error and towards more guided execution. TikTok also released its 2026 trends forecast. These forecasts aren't real books, they're directional signals. They're useful for understanding cultural momentum, not for forcing your brand into something that it just doesn't fit into. If TikTok is part of your strategy, this is less about copying trends and more about understanding where attention is moving. Apple also made a move worth noting. They announced Apple Creator Studios, launching January 28th. This will bundle access to tools like Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, Pixelmator Pro, Motion, and more. This is a clear signal that Apple is leaning further into the creator economy, especially for higher quality video and audio workflows. If you're already in the Apple ecosystem, this could streamline how you create and manage content. Edits also added a new video effect, storyboard-style planning tools, weekly ideas, and expanded linking features. The direction here is clear. Platforms are encouraging intentional creation, not reactive posting. More planning, less scrambling. So Pinterest rounded out the week by releasing the 2026 color predictions. Color forecasts aren't action items, but they are mood indicators, especially for brands in lifestyle, home, fashion, and wellness. These releases can offer early insight into broader aesthetics and customer shifts. You don't need to redesign anything tomorrow, but it's a helpful pulse check. So what's the bigger picture here? This wasn't a week of disruption, it was a week of alignment. Platforms focused on transparency, usability, and long-term direction. No panic required. No need to post more or chase every feature. The goal isn't to react, it's to understand where things are heading and making choices that actually support your business. If staying informed without feeling overwhelmed sounds helpful, I'll share these updates weekly, breaking down what changed, what matters, and what you can safely ignore. You can read the full written update, and if you want help turning these shifts into strategy that fits your business, that's always the work I love doing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.